there is a lot to be said about regional Australia. What is unique about the Mid-North Coast region? And what do you think are some of the selling points, if you like, about living in a regional location?
Yeah, look, cities certainly have their draw cards, and particularly when you're young, they can be quite attractive. I would say from my experience, and I've lived abroad for many years, and I can honestly say that most cities are fundamentally offer the same living experience and quality of life. And it gets really repetitive really quickly. Living in any regional area differs in that it offers a more intimate and personalized international experience that is not only great for your overall wellness, but it can lead to professional experiences that are largely inaccessible to early career professionals in city-based employers. And that's because those employers tend to have large pools of people with various levels of experience, and they take the best all the time rather than giving a learning opportunity to somebody because that's what they have. And really in the regions, I think we are far more efficient and lightweight in terms of our workforce than compared to the city employers. Look, here on the Mid-North Coast, it is beautiful. It is a tourist spot. Who doesn't want to live where it feels like you're on holiday? It's ideally situated halfway between two fantastic capitals, being Brisbane and Sydney. There's a local airport, there's amazing local amenities and natural attractions as well. And the community of Port Macquarie in particular is incredibly welcoming. And I know that because I'm new to Port Macquarie. I've only moved here in the last 6 months. But it is incredibly welcoming. And it's the kind of place that can quickly become your preference for a forever location rather than just a stepping stone in your life journey. It is a really beautiful place, and it has something to offer everybody at, regardless of what stage of life they're in.
How does the cost of living in your region compare to, say, Sydney or Brisbane?
Look, obviously the cost of living pressures are increasing everywhere. And I wouldn't say, what you see as shelf price here is any better or worse. It's the peripheral things where you do save money and time is generally money. Everything's within 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes at the outside drive if you have to go further. So everything's nearby. The climate is really nice. You're not having to run, heaters and air conditioners and things like that, which you get if you move south. And, it's just not a hectic lifestyle. And, a chaotic lifestyle does cost money. It's a bit of a hidden cost of living in cities. You access fast food, you go to restaurants far more frequently than you do when you're living in a regional area. And those things do add to the pressures and costs of living. So, as I say, I think shelf price, much for muchness, overall financial well-being is much improved in Port Macquarie compared to either Brisbane or Sydney. And I did live in Brisbane for a very long time. I haven't lived in Sydney, but I was in Melbourne for also a very long time. So, I find Port Macquarie quite well balanced in terms of its cost of living versus quality of life.